That's how you're gonna start the show with gibberish?
I'm gonna start like this.
I don't think that's a good way to start the show. I think if people click on this expecting to see Raw or people reviewing Raw and they see this,
what? What are they gonna do?
they're gonna leave.
Well,
they don't want to. They don't want to watch you do this.
I don't want those people watching then.
So if they're not cool with that, they got to get the fuck out.
Yes, this is a. You got to be cool seeing the insides of my bottom eyelids.
You heard it here first, Dan Dans. If you're not cool with
now I need eye drops.
The inside of the artist's eyelids, then you're not ready for this show. Welcome to WWE Raw Talks Live. I almost stumbled on the first line, so I'm going to redo it again. You ready? Give me a countdown.
7.
It's from 3.
4.
From 3.
9. 1. Go.
Welcome to Fuck! Why is it so hard to say?
Skip it. Let's just go.
Give me one more. I got this. 3rd time's the charm.
4, 2, go.
Welcome to WWE Raw Talks Live. What we do on the show is my name is Ian, sit down with the artist formerly known as Mike Charles. We review Raw segment by segment, match by match, promo by promo, and we fuck around while we're doing it. There's a lot of shows out there that cover wrestling, but none of them cover it like this. You know what I'm saying? This is special. We had the debut of the Goddamn on this show. We booked your fight with Coulter for next year on this show. Mm-hmm. Unprecedented things happen here every time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How do we? You know what? We're gonna start a new formula tonight.
We're gonna try something different.
It's not about how we started Raw.
No.
I think the fun thing to do is talk about the main headline. Let's do that first.
Okay.
The main headline kicks off.
Story.
Yeah, the A story. You got a really long eyebrow hair here.
Stop pulling hairs out of my face. I'm gonna develop a disorder.
Look how long that thing was, dude. It was twice as long as all the others.
It was my friend.
What was his name?
Seb.
The A story tonight kicks off right when Raw kicked off. The Undertaker is back. He returned last night, kicked Lesnar in the balls, double tombstone. He comes out and he opens Raw tonight. What does he do?
He cuts a promo on Les Laser.
What did he say? Les Laser.
I'm sorry. I apologize. He was like, you defeated my streak. Now I'm here to right that wrong and kill you.
The problem that he has isn't that Brock Lesnar beat him. The problem that he has is that Lesnar beat him, and then every time
not blamed him, but I don't know why. Yeah.
Every time he came out, I conquered the streak. My client conquered the streak. That old dad is a shit.
Right.
So that's what the Undertaker's so mad about. So he's coming back to say that I'm upset that you did that to me. You know, he didn't congratulate him on the victory, but he didn't say that it was a bad thing either. He said streaks are made to be broken. That's the realistic way of looking at it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that the streak was broken that bothered him. What bothered him was the carrying on. So now he's come back and he said that
braggadociousity.
I think he said he is an emotionless, completely immoral Grim Reaper, something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
So it seemed like they took the heel turn from last night out of it.
Yeah.
And now he's going to do what he needs to do to get the job done, which sounds like a heel, but I don't think he's a straight up bad guy.
No, he's not, which is weird.
I don't like it. I think if he was going to come back and kick Lesnar in the balls, he kicks the top babyface in the balls and fucks him out of the title. That's a bad guy.
I feel like they were afraid to commit to the full heel thing because it's like, well, he's Undertaker. Yeah, they should have just committed to it and have him just come back as a full-on heel. I think that would have been cool. I would have liked to see that.
To pause for 1 second, we've got Dipper Pines, I can't speak tonight, in the chat, and he says that behind us is too much Superman, needs more Batman. And I got news for you, buddy. There's a whole bunch of Batman up there.
Yeah, you're just seeing one section.
Yeah, that's just one shelf.
This bigger picture.
There's plenty more going on up there.
There's stuff behind the camera.
Yeah. I've even got I think I've got a wider array of Batman stuff than I do Superman. There just seems to be more Superman right now.
I don't know. I think
I've got Batman villains up there. I've got like the Batman extended family up there. You know what I mean? So there's all sorts of Batman stuff up there. Don't judge a book by the screenshot. You know what I mean? Dipper Pine says, Taker sounded like me when I'm trying to get that croak voice for songs. What I liked the most was Taker comes out tonight and he has his microphone. The first thing he does, he waits so long to say anything and then he goes, for like 5 seconds. And I think I audibly was just like, okay, okay. Do you have anything else to say?
What if that was it?
What if he just
drops the mic?
It was like, the lights go out, they come back on, and he's gone. How did you feel about the promo that he cut?
It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
It established what his goal was.
Yeah.
And his motivation. It was cool just to see the Undertaker cutting a promo on Raw, because like most of the time when he does even like come for WrestleMania, he doesn't cut. He doesn't even really cut.
He doesn't say anything.
He never says anything. He'll like show up, just stare at the guy with his crazy eyes, and then so it was cool. But I mean, I didn't think it was like, as far as like the content and it wasn't like amazing.
One of my main takeaways from this was just the respect that the fans still have for him. Taker goes out there and he goes, and then complete silence. As my dad says, you could hear a mouse pissing on a cotton ball from a mile away. It was so quiet.
That's quiet. That's quiet.
And he was just like, Brock Lesnar. And it literally sounded like this.
Yeah.
Until he came back again.
Nobody.
That was really cool because you never see that before. But the thing that was throwing me off at first was the fact that he was getting all face reactions when he's like, I'm a cold, emotionless Grim Reaper. Right. And people are just like, yeah, Undertaker. And how bad was the Undertaker? I was trying to explain what you were doing. I thought you just had a fucking stroke.
No, we'll explain it.
The rhythm of the chants tonight was terrible. Missouri, Kansas City specifically, get your shit together. It's not hard to do Undertaker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were all over the fucking place with their chants, and they were bad. They had no rhythm at all.
None.
I thought the promo was shit.
I didn't think it was shit. I just don't think it was anything special.
I would say shit, like that's harsh, but it's because I hold Undertaker to a higher standard. When he's on, he can cut a good promo, but I feel like they've just been relying so much on the dead man thing for so long. Like, you can't kill what won't die.
Yeah.
That was his slogan like 15 years ago.
I know. And what does that even mean at this point?
It was, you can't kill what's already dead, but then he says, this is my true resurrection. Like, not the other 4 times he's come back from the dead. This is the true one, so none of those other ones counted. I don't know. I felt like he didn't really say anything at all. He definitely didn't say anything heelish at all.
No, not at all.
He just basically came back and issued a challenge, which is a stark contrast to his actions last night. I don't really like the way they handled it.
Fair enough.
But if we're going to stick with the A story, we're not going to go totally in a row.
No.
Later on tonight, we see Paul Heyman backstage with Triple H and Stephanie.
Well, yeah, because Triple H and Stephanie are very happy that Undertaker's back. That he wants a match with.
They're happy because they see
money.
They see money.
Undertaker means money. So they're like, hell yeah, you can wrestle Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
I don't even think he asked for it. Like, he was just out there and said he's going to do it, and they were like, book it for SummerSlam. Yeah. Like, make it official.
Exactly. And so yeah, and then Triple H calls Paul Heyman and tells him, do not let Brock Lesnar come here. Because he doesn't want them getting injured.
And okay, so you're going to Triple H and Steph backstage, and the sales pitch that they gave was so terrible. Like, wow, the Undertaker's back, and I haven't seen that look in his eyes in years.
I know.
You know, if those two collided at SummerSlam, Steph, I think you should call marketing right now. It was so bad. Like, it's usually right next to bad, but it was so fucking bad.
It was bad.
Dipper Pine says, I hope you die in a car crash, Brock. Is that an actual quote? Because if it was, I didn't hear it. But the thing that I think King said it before we went to commercial, he was like, no one can tame the beast, but maybe the Undertaker can. Why would we think he can do that? Brock Lesnar, the last time they fought, Brock Lesnar he didn't just beat him, he beat the shit out of him. And he beat him where nobody ever beats him. He beat the top Undertaker.
Right.
And then the next time we see Undertaker, he looks old as fuck against Bray Wyatt and barely scrapes past. But now we're supposed to think just because he's got that look in his eyes that, maybe the Undertaker can stop Brock Lesnar.
And not even at WrestleMania.
It's just totally incoherent. There's nothing holding that together at all. And I know it's baloney, but still.
No, but there's still...
It's just bad writing.
Yeah.
So Triple H and Stephanie later on the show do see Paul Heyman backstage.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck is he doing here? And Heyman goes, I just want to give Brock Lesnar's retort to the Undertaker.
Brock Lesnar is not here.
Yeah.
There won't be any
If that's
problems.
okay, I'd like to go to the ring. So what's Heyman do out there?
He goes out there and he talks about Brock Lesnar as only Paul Heyman can do. And basically, he's taunting, just asking for the Undertaker to come out. And he ends with just by repeating over and over again that he beat your streak, he beat your streak, which is exactly what the Undertaker was pissed off about. And then the lights don't go out. You hear,
you be Paul Heyman, I'll be like so finish the promo.
My client Brock Lesnar beat your streak, Undertaker.
And then the lights go out. Dude, it was so funny.
Dude,
you laid on the couch and were punching the couch like a child when that happened.
So hard. And my favorite part is when it's just the fact that it was like he was so surprised. Like he didn't know, he didn't think there was any
How
chance
could this happen?
of this
the
happening.
Undertaker. And it's just, you
He
were
knew
like,
he was there.
Yeah, you were like, he knew he was there. He saw him 20 minutes ago. Oh man.
And
The Heyman promo I thought was good, but it could have been shorter.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot of reiterating what we've already heard.
Right.
If you want to listen to 9 Inch Nails, just go fucking listen to 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, what the fuck is this bullshit?
I think it could have been a lot shorter because he's just saying shit that we've already heard. They promoted a whole match like this.
Right.
So Heyman could have come out and just been an asshole, been like, I just want to come out and respectfully say to the Undertaker that my client, and just say it 3 times and then the lights go out already. So it's almost like Undertaker doesn't even care what he was going to say.
Yeah.
He's going to kill him anyway.
No. Yeah, exactly.
So then Undertaker does come out. He appears in the ring. And then Bork Laser shows up.
Because he's going to kill Paul Heyman. He's crying like a little baby. No, the best part was when he goes, I'm a human being.
I'm a human being. And like, what else would he be? Ask Stevie Fierce, he might be a reptile.
And Undertaker doesn't care that you're a human
being.
being.
He'll kill you no matter what.
He's killed so many humans.
Is that even a human?
He killed his mom.
So Lesnar comes out. Lesnar comes out.
He runs. He's running.
He gets in the ring. Taker throws soup bones.
Soup bones?
He's landing the soup bones left and right. Lesnar backs up, double leg, takes him down. Lesnar's on top, throwing down punches. Taker sweeps him. He's got the half guard. He's going at the body. He's going at the head. We cut to Triple H on stage, waving out all the security. All the security comes out.
Who look like they're 4 feet tall compared to everyone else.
Someone tweeted, I don't remember who it was, they said something like, if the WWE is full of so many giant athletes, why don't they have security guards at least that big?
I know. It looks like they're the freaking Oompa Loompas.
That's the whole point, though. Like when they used to have Harvey Whippleman interview Andre the Giant. Like Andre was tall, but when you put him next to Harvey, like Andre, it looks like this. Ugh. I almost just ruined the whole show. That would have been bad news. Raw Talks would be over.
I wouldn't even have come back.
Ever? On air?
No.
Oh. I'd quit. So I thought the brawl was fun.
It was.
I did like how Taker gets the best of him. Lesnar gets the best of him. Taker sweeps them. They get split apart. Lesnar keeps breaking away. Taker breaks away.
Yeah, it was just fun having everyone out there trying to keep them apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then my favorite part is when they finally get them backstage.
Yeah.
And then the big group has Brock Lesnar. Undertaker runs, attacks him. They separate him again, and Brock Lesnar breaks free, runs at him, and like there's a table not even in his way. He goes out of his way to flip the table and then runs back to attack the Undertaker.
If you were Brock Lesnar, what would you have done in that situation?
I flipped the table. I'm not saying he was wrong. I just liked it. I'm pointing it out because I liked it.
Yeah.
The table had coming.
It looked like a heavy table, too.
Something.
It was a round table. It wasn't one of those.
Something.
It wasn't one of those thin tables. What I want to say right now is all the Danans who are watching, if they want to like the video, Just click that thumbs up real quick. Only takes a second. And then go tweet the link out. You know what I'm saying? So we get more people active in the chat here. Captain McKay's not here, and I assume that means
he's working on videos.
Yeah, he's got so much to do, and he's got work tomorrow. He's usually a Tuesday morning boy when it comes to work. I'm a Tuesday morning boy tomorrow as well.
Me too.
Are you a Tuesday morning boy?
I'm always.
So one thing we didn't talk about when we are talking about the Lesnar Taker build is that Triple H and Stephanie have a press conference backstage in this room where like the entire roster minus Cena
and Seth
Rollins are. Everyone's there, and they were like, "Can we have everyone's attention?" And what was so weird was WWE never uses a multi-camera setup for their backstage vignettes, but they did here.
Yeah,
there was a camera in the crowd where you were seeing through people. There was a camera over the top looking down at them.
Yeah.
And they kept switching between both of those. And the guy who was in the crowd kept moving where he was as well. And it was weird. It stuck out like a sore thumb because they never ever do that.
Right.
And the thing I want to say about this was it was really dumb.
Okay.
Steve says apparently he's been 10 seconds behind. That happens. You guys are always 10 seconds behind.
Maybe he was 10 seconds behind that. Catch up.
It's possible. But they were like, it's going to be The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, the rematch at SummerSlam. And then as soon as they stopped, the entire roster, which is like, and we can't let this match be jeopardized because we can't lose out on that big match at SummerSlam. What were they saying to each other? Everyone instantly started talking all at the same time.
I know.
And the best part was, like, Heath Slater was over on the right. He was in, like, the right-hand corner of the screen. And there was Kevin Owens, was just, he kind of, like, shrugged and, like, looked around. But Heath Slater was like, he did, like, the weirdest double face I've ever seen.
I did not notice that.
Oh, man. What a jabroni. Heath Slater, what the fuck is Heath Slater going to do? If Lesnar or Undertaker, Odin forbid both of them come after him, he's going to turn inside out.
Well, no, alone nothing, but you know, it was all about the numbers. You needed everyone you had, and Lord knows they don't give a shit about Heath Slater. So it's like, yeah, go. It's like I don't care if you get hurt. That's why Seth Rollins wasn't there because they didn't want their champion to get hurt.
Yeah,
trying to protect those. You
know. Where was J&J?
They're broken.
They're not broken.
Yeah, Jamie broke his arms broke.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he has to sit at home. Just put it in a sling like this.
He couldn't have protected. He would have got hurt more.
Jazz James says, wait a minute, where was the brown gloves? Throw this shit out. We haven't officially started the show. We're just chatting beforehand. You know what I mean? There's no real reason why the brown gloves have to come at first. We told you right off the bat we're starting a new formula where we're going to cover the main event first. We're going to cover the A story first. I always thought the brown gloves were not an integral part of the show anyway. You know what I mean?
You're the one who.
Do you want to commit right now to never doing brown gloves again?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone say goodbye to brown gloves. Don't ask about brown gloves anymore because we're not going to do it. I want to talk about the Triple H versus Miz match where...
Hey, Mike, make sure everyone has brown gloves. Does everyone have brown gloves? Oh, dude.
Full disclosure, I completely forgot about the brown gloves. But it's because we talked beforehand about doing the new style. So I was thinking immediately, do something funny and then go to the main event.
Let's just get going.
Yeah. So that was the A story, the Lesnar.
Lesnar and then the brawl we kept, and then they were both detained.
Lesnar went to jail for some reason.
Well, no, I don't think he went to jail. Triple H later said he was like, "I'm not pressing charges. I just need them separated." So I think he just got the police involved to just hold him.
How can he get the police involved? They both work there and they're both fighters.
Because they were illegally fighting. You can't just.
They were in the ring.
Not when they were outside the ring.
But they stopped them fighting in the ring.
Yeah, but they were Then they moved outside the ring. It was not a sanctioned match, and they were fighting, and they wouldn't stop.
Okay.
So there's police on standby at all these events.
Yeah.
For situations like this, and so they just put him in the. I think they just put him in the back of the car. Until.
Why didn't he rip the doors off like he did in Chicago?
It's a cop car. It's reinforced.
I think he could still do it. I think he could F5 that cop car.
He had those wrist things on.
Yeah,
You
but those
can't
are
break
just for
those.
jabronis.
No, you can't break
Did you ever see
those.
that clip of that black little person?
I'm gonna break these cuffs.
You can't break those cuffs. That's good. The Indians should YouTube I'm gonna break these cuffs right after Raw Talks because it's one of my favorite clips of all time. You know what one of my new favorite clips of all time is? It was on the 616 Entertainment message board, and I don't know what's the URL for that message board for the Indians who want to go there.
616entertainment.proboards.com.
You got it. Positive energy. Let me find it exactly because I don't know.
Did I see this? Oh, I think
It's not that. Yeah, I showed it to you. Yeah, here. No, that's not it.
It's the same thing from before.
Yeah,
This is
it
not
shouldn't be
good.
though.
It's not good for ratings.
I think someone liked the post, so it shouldn't. Yes, here it is. I don't know the backstory about this. I don't want to know it, but this is so good.
Oh, it's so.
You can't do it. Or you can't do this on concrete.
What was he trying to do?
A flip. He's trying to flip.
Why did he think he could do that? He's clearly not going to make it.
Maybe he's done it before.
He just fucking DDT'd himself right on the floor.
Knocked himself out cold.
The
too.
sound, hold on. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. The sound. And the other guy in the background,
He just
who
runs.
he gets up and runs away. Like, did he think he was going to go to jail for that? Oh man,
He didn't want to be around.
That's one of the best clips of all time. Yeah, he was like, I can't be seen in this situation. Just started playing again. Fuck it.
You can't do it. Or you can't do this on concrete.
It never gets old. That clip cannot get old. So what would you say the B story was tonight? Because I would say it was the fact that Seth Rollins and John Cena had a back and forth.
Yeah, that was probably it because it involved the championship. So does that? Okay, so yeah, basically Seth Rollins comes out. He's bragging about retaining the belt, which he has no right to do.
Hold on.
You can't do it. Or you can't do this on concrete.
Oh my god.
Tell him about Cena Rollins. I got to pee.
Rollins comes out. He's bragging about keeping the belt. Oh, you said I couldn't do it. You said I was nothing without Kane and J&J and the Authority, but I did it. I kept my belt. And then he brought up the announcer lady. I don't remember her name. Forget it. He made her announce that he is still the WWE champion. And she was so like scared to get in the ring. Like she wasn't allowed to be there. But anyways, John Cena comes out and he's basically like, you brag and you're not a real champion and you don't deserve this shit. You know, basically talk shit and called him less of a man like he does everyone. But Seth Rollins is not a fool. He's not a man. He's a little bitch. Don't you think?
Who?
Seth Rollins.
He's a bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say they play him that way. I think he's really good,
Well-
but I think he is technically the bitch because he.
I'm talking about his character.
Yeah. Because his on-screen character runs away, and
Right.
anytime he's faced with adversity, he gets the fuck out of
And
Dodge.
he's proud of the fact that the Undertaker saved him from losing his belt.
Mhm.
The DQ win.
I don't think he's proud of that fact because I think he might actually
Well-
believe that he would have kicked out of that F5 and possibly beaten Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you made a good point.
Yeah.
Like, the ref was counting. He got to 2, and
Mhm.
then the lights went out.
Yeah, the count. It was. He goes for the pin. He goes 1, 2. Like, why didn't the ref just finish?
Yeah, like,
Then when the lights went out, I'll recreate it again. 1, 2. Whoa! He just quit his job.
and left.
Yeah, where
The lights
was
went
he?
out. It was 1, dude, let's go out. And he runs away.
Mhm.
He just like ran. And how did he, like, it was so dark. How did he know where he was going?
He knows that arena like the back of his hand. He's been there a million times.
They go to a different city every time.
Yeah, but he's been to all of them a bunch of times. There's no arena he doesn't know perfectly except whatever arena TNA goes into.
Yeah, anyways. So, yeah, so John Cena comes out and he says, you're not much of a champ in my book. You don't deserve that belt. I'm the champ. I'm the real champ.
Because I have this, and people know when they see this that there's going to be excellence in this ring. Which is putting over the U.S. title, which I enjoy, but nothing was accomplished here.
Nothing.
This is just a complete holdover until next week.
Yeah,
because the rumor on the street, Dance, cover your ears if you don't want possible spoilers for SummerSlam. Rumor on the street is Owens versus Cesaro versus Cena for the U.S. title. I think that's what I read. So if that's the case, John and Seth have nothing. I like how you burped looking at yourself and then you smiled at yourself because you were proud of it.
I was very proud. Let's go.
You're a dad boy. You know that? So yeah, this was a complete holdover. Nothing was accomplished at all, and I think we spent enough time on it.
Yeah, it's not much.
But this did lead to the main event, which was the culmination of the B story. 6-man tag. We got John Cena versus Kevin Owens. John Cena,
Randy Orton, and Cesaro
versus
Kevin Owens, Rusev, and Sheamus.
Dipper Pine says people are bitching about Cena's promo everywhere. Fuck them. Who cares?
I made jokes about it.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's all in good fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cena's the good guy. He's supposed to come out and tell the pussy heel that he's a pussy.
Right.
And say that, oh, you got that belt? Oh, that's all good. I got this belt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And these people are behind me and my belt. You're a joke. I'm going to come for that someday. It was fine. It was a copy and paste babyface promo.
Exactly.
I don't have any problem with it at all, other than it didn't really accomplish anything.
Right.
But so we have the 6-man tag in the main event.
Right.
I thought it was a fun match.
It was fun.
I like the finish. I like
the finish was fun.
One of the highlights of this match was Sheamus and Owens get into it. And Sheamus shoves him, and Owens shoves him back. And then they pull out, so we're looking from the hard cam, and Cena and Orton are just like...
Yeah, it was so... Their reactions were so...
It's like, oh, this is an interesting development. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good. And then Sheamus leaves. And then...
Which was the best part of the match. Sheamus is gone. Sheamus.
Get out of there right quick and early.
Dipper Pine says no, like angry, livid bitching. Wherever you're seeing that, don't go there anymore. Okay?
That's ridiculous.
Because you don't need to be around those people. You have better things to do, like make music and try to do too many things at the same time. He also says, Rusev looks like a sympathetic babyface. In what way?
No, I don't
He
think so.
bullied his ex-girlfriend. He kissed his new girlfriend while making eye contact with his ex-girlfriend. And then he trashed her, walked away, and let his girlfriend slap his ex-girlfriend in the face. He doesn't look sympathetic at all. He's a fucking dick. If that's a babyface to you, you need to have a psychological evaluation.
And he kissed Summer Rae on TV.
You would too.
Yeah. I'd rather kiss Lana on TV.
You think so?
Yeah.
I definitely would. I just didn't know if you would go that way.
He never kissed Lana.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they never kissed on TV.
Yeah, because you probably would have written it down like April 19th, I'm all boned up.
The kiss.
Rusev kiss Lana.
Yes, the first time I saw Lana kiss a boy was Dolph Ziggler.
How'd you feel about that?
I got real boned up.
Did you make a note of it in your diary?
Quick, I did.
Do you have a diarrhea diary? Dipper Pine says Dolph did the same thing. Who did he do that to?
And was he a heel at the time?
He says he is a wee unscrewed. Jazz James says Cena, Orton, and Cesaro are bullies. In what way?
To bull, like, because they beat up.
What show are you guys watching?
In a wrestling match?
Freelance Wrestling is in the building, and they say that we have better shows than Raw. They have better shows than Raw. I'm saying what they physically typed out. Oh, it's not even a contest. They definitely do. And I'm not just putting them over because they're here in the building. That's like the best part of every month is going to a freelance show. We could be the only two people in the room who chant for Alex Olsen. I told Kenny Sutra he sucks at video games, and I told him, I'm never going to think about you ever.
I hate those men.
Yeah. I know you hate Stevie Fierce. I heard what you were yelling at him.
I told him to lick my butthole.
You did it a bunch of times.
Like
it was unsettling. It was really unsettling. But Stevie Fierce died that night when he got slammed on thumbtacks by Chris Castro.
They went into his heart.
Yeah. From what I hear, Matt Nix is booking a bag of glass match between Nigel Bravo and you. So you better be careful. Do you want that?
I got uncuttable skin, so bring it on, Nigel. Texas.
That's big news. What the fuck were we talking about?
Wrestling.
The 6-man tag. I like the finish. I like
the slingshot they called it.
Steve says Dom is gay. Yeah, the slingshot into the RKO I thought was really cool.
Yep.
And then they got the pin. And they pinned Rusev, but they've got Rusev to a point where they can pin him now, and it's okay. You know,
well, yeah,
he's got that first loss out of the way. He's lost again,
and he
since then.
And his team abandoned him, so he was basically 1-on-3.
Yeah, against the other top three guys
in the company. Yeah.
Steve's got major heat with Raw. You know what I mean? Freelance Wrestling says fuck wrestling, and then you know what? That's just the truth. I mean, how can you go against it?
Yeah. Why? I hate wrestling.
Dipper.
Why do I do this show?
Dipper Pines is trying to get a job. He wants to know if anybody needs a manager at Freelance. Doubt it.
Where do you live?
All those guys are pretty good. I don't think any of them need managers.
Maybe Alex Olsen.
Alex Olsen.
You don't want to manage Alex Olsen, though.
Why not? He could be tops. He could win the world title.
You didn't believe that.
Nope, not a bit. I like the 6-man tag. It was just a holdover until they give these new guys something to work with.
Right, it was all the top guys. It kept the Cena Owens thing going.
No, I don't think so.
Well, it just kept them in. Well, I'm just saying, like, it kept them in the match together. You just said the rumor is that they're gonna. It's not done.
No, Owens Cena as a 1-on-1. I think.
No, I know, but I'm saying them them together.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So this was just a holdover, just like the promo was.
Right.
Let's talk about Roman Reigns versus Harper, because Luke came back last night. If you missed Battleground, he gives Reigns a big old kick in the face or whatever he did.
Yes.
Bray Wyatt goes over because Roman Reigns got all fucked up. So now tonight we got Roman versus
Thank
Luke.
God, fucking, what's his name?
FreelanceWrestling.com. It's not a .com, but you should go there. It says, do not chant for Olsen. There was a great moment. There was a going away party for Stevie Fierce, and we were there. And it was a great fucking time. All those guys. Those are my favorite DNAs in the whole wide world. You know what I'm saying? So we're there, and we're watching Wrestling Society X, which is, we watched the whole series.
No.
Yeah.
We watched like 5 episodes.
That's the whole thing.
No, there's like 8. We never watched that match.
We watched every televised match there ever was, because the last 3 shows never aired.
No, that's not what Bryce Benjamin told me. He said that they canceled it after 4, but then they aired the rest in a marathon.
Well, he's the WSX.
He's obsessed with that show.
He's the WSX encyclopedia, so I believe whatever he said. But God, that was so terrible, and I didn't want to watch it.
Here's the thing.
I wanted to watch Drop Dead Fred.
See, okay, here's the thing. I really want to watch Drop Dead Fred. I did not want to watch it in that context, because there were too many people around.
Yeah.
There was too much talking. I wouldn't have been able to pay attention to the movie. I don't want to watch a movie like that. I mean, if it's like Terminator 2, which I've seen 100 times, or like wrestling where you don't really have to pay attention to it, that's fine. WSX, I've never seen it. I've never heard of it before. I don't ever want to watch it again, but I am so glad I was introduced to it and watched it that night. It was nuts. It was bonkers.
Dipper Pine says he thought it was cool as a kid. How old are you? It's only like 10 years old.
That's a long time.
Lydia's here. I got heat with Lydia right now.
Lydia!
Because she keeps trying to send me fucking pictures of the new Sal Melendez poster, which I was supposed to announce. I originally planned for it to go up yesterday, the show, but I haven't filmed it yet. I don't even have the poster yet. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, I keep trying to text you pictures of it. I'm not getting them. And I said, get a new phone. I'm quitting the show. You carry the rest of the show.
So, since I had this revelation that I hate wrestling, I'm going to change this show. At least for this episode. I'm not going to talk about wrestling anymore. I think I want to talk about... What do you guys want to talk about? Maybe like pizza? It could be a pizza show. A live pizza chat. Talking about the best pizzas. What cities have the best pizza? You like Chicago deep dish? New York thin crust? What's your favorite topping? I like pepperoni. I wrote a song about pizza. If you guys want to hear it, I'll play it.
Pizza, 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 pizza. I had to come back to the show.
I'm pretty epic.
Get that shit out of here. I was holding that thing with one arm, trying to get you to take it. I whispered "take it" like 4 times, and you're just like,
I thought you were gonna bonk me in the head with that.
no, I'm not gonna El Kabong. Look at you looking up, like getting ready to take it. Oh, boys.
I didn't know. Well, you're like, oh, I was whispering. I wasn't looking at you.
Mm-hmm. So as far as Reigns versus Harper goes, I thought Reigns sold the arm really well because they started thinking last night he threw like a big elbow or whatever, and they were just like, oh, he hurt his fucking arm. So almost the whole time tonight, Harper works the arm, and Reigns he's got it down like a fucking noodle, you know.
Yeah.
I thought it looked really good.
Yeah,
he did.
Dean Ambrose also came out during this match.
Yeah.
So he was at ringside to support his friend Roman Reigns. You made the prediction that I think you're dead on. Is that it's probably going to be a tag match at SummerSlam.
At SummerSlam
between those 4 men, the Lark Harper,
Mini Shield versus Mini Family Wyatt boys.
Yeah.
My dad sent me some great text messages during this match. He said, let me find it. Here comes the stupid hillbilly. And then he said, toilet paper is cleaner than that hillbilly's t-shirt. And I said, if that's what his shirt looks like, I'd like to see what his bathroom looks like.
Oh, man.
It's probably
looks like Daddy's
everywhere.
Duties.
Daddy's Duties is the place to be. I don't want to talk about Daddy's Duties right now. I'm glad Harper is back with Bray. Because they gave Harper the singles run. He won the Intercontinental title. He didn't do dick with it. No. He lost it. They didn't do dick with him after that. So then you got a tag match. Or you got him going back with Bray, probably leading to the tag match. And I'm fine with it. Because as long as he has something to do, because I felt like those 3, or those 2 currently, because apparently Eric is fucked up, I feel like they have a really good chemistry. Very good dynamic with those guys.
And on their own, they did not work well.
No, Bray
did not work well on his own. Luke Harper did not work. I mean, Luke Harper had good matches on his own. So did Bray Wyatt. They both had good matches, but just as far as like their angles, and it all fell flat.
Lydia says that I might yell at her again if she talks anymore. Yeah, I want you to talk. I want you to be part of the chat. I just want you to get a new fucking phone. So when I say, can I see the poster, I get a picture once in a while. You know what I'm saying? I get all these text messages about, oh, me and Josh are going to a fucking movie. I want to see a poster. Phone doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Is that your reaction? Can we get a GIF of that? I want a GIF of Rusev coming up behind Lana.
I tweeted that.
He comes out behind her, and it was so funny. You're Lana, and Rusev just goes. It was so like he had that stupid. Rusev never smiles.
No,
he sneaks up to her with the smile on his face.
So funny.
And that was funny. We got the primetime players, the tag team champions.
Somebody make a GIF of that.
Jazz James made the meme of you. Get out of here, dick boy.
That's a good work. It's my favorite thing in the world.
I think we should make a new meme right now.
You can't force it.
I feel like you should point at me like you're angry, and it should say, get your hell out of here. Because that was a quote you came up with a long time ago. Remember that?
Yep.
I was giving you shit about something, and you were like, get your hell out of here. Lydia says, Ian, you were right next to me when your pics weren't sending to me. I ain't lying about that shit. I didn't say you were lying. I said, get a new phone.
Listen, Lydia.
Yeah. Cut a promo on Lydia for me, will you?
You got to listen to the man when he talks. You ain't listening to him. So listen.
That was a bad promo. That was a really bad promo.
I like Lydia. I don't want to be too harsh on her. I just want to lay the rules out of what she needs to do. I just want to be clear. I couldn't have been clearer.
So you're the boss of Lydia?
No. She does what she wants. I don't.
Is she a rough and tumble bad boy who never takes no for an answer like Andy Dandy?
Rough and tumble bad woman.
I was just doing the handy dandy Andy Jarrett.
But it's mostly like a suggestion.
Yeah.
A strong suggestion. If you want to succeed in life, you gotta pay the fuck attention.
And as her elder, you're older than her. You make the rules
by 7 years.
Yeah. So you're like 59.
Yes.
Because she's old as fuck.
She's.
I do that to her all the time. She fucking hates it. We got the primetime players, the World Tag Team Champions, going up against the Matadors. The first thing I wrote down was take out the trash. It's always fun. That's like the best moment every time PTP are out there.
Yeah, I love the take.
Titus has the big backbreaker, throw him aside, and Booker's not there anymore, but you and I always
gotta
chime
keep it
in.
going.
Take out the trash.
He did it twice, and what I was impressed with was the first Matador, he didn't even break his back. He was just like, this piece of shit, I don't even need to. I'm just taking him out.
I like that. I like how you insinuate that a backbreaker literally breaks their back. He didn't even break his back.
Well, why do they call it that if it doesn't break your back?
It's like remember when I used to pick up Corey and give him backbreakers all the time? But I would say I was baning him. Like, yo, come over here, let me bane you.
And what did Bane do?
He broke the Batman.
His back.
They never specifically said that.
Yeah, and then he went to that prison in the hole, and he like did a couple push-ups. And it's like, my back is not broken.
Spinal. Fuck the Matadors. I don't like the Matadors.
Well,
they're fucking boring.
Yeah.
They're stupid, and they've never been over. They never will be over.
And they don't use
Get
them.
the fuck out. No, they use them when the two tag teams that are involved in an angle aren't working together.
Right.
Like they're the fill-in tag team. And fuck the Usos too. I'm throwing heat all over the place.
There was
tonight.
one Uso in the brawl,
Mhm.
keeping them apart. You know what I had a thought about that when that one Uso was there?
Hmm.
Because which one's hurt? I don't know. Who cares? One's not hurt, one's hurt. And that's why the Usos have been off TV. How telling is it that, like, there is no way that they could be, like, that one of them could be on their own.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way.
Well, when we were there
either
for
of
Raw,
the Uso could be on their own.
when we went to Raw 2 or 3 weeks ago, whatever that was,
Mhm.
the first music we hear is an Uso music.
Was it?
And we were like, fuck! And then it turns out he was doing commentary for Superstars.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know why, and who cares? I don't, because I don't want to see him. But I'm done burying the Usos. The good thing to come out of this is this continues the Primetime Players versus New Day.
Right, because the
And that
New Day
makes me
comes
happy.
out, distracted him. Titus O'Neil gets wrapped up
You know what the thing is about New Day?
by Matador. New Day rocks.
New Day rocks. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. There's just no way around it.
New Day?
We got Charlotte versus Brie in a Divas match.
Divas.
This wasn't a bad match. I liked it.
It wasn't.
It was almost the same finish that we had last night at Battleground.
Right. She gets
Charlotte makes her submit with the figure 8, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Brie can wrestle. She's not great. She can go out there and have a pretty okay
she's
match,
bad.
which she did tonight. Yeah, Nikki's better, but it wasn't terrible. They went out there and they got the job done. Charlotte looked good because now that she's on the main roster with this official call-up, she's 2-0. Both submission wins over the
was it
top 5
Who
diva.
was it? Was it Brie both times?
Mhm.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, yeah.
I think that sounds right.
That's the one thing, though, is it was the same finish. So that was a little odd.
Well, Ronda Rousey always gets people with the same finish, and it's like, whoa.
And they talked about Ronda a lot tonight.
Mhm.
But I don't like Becky Lynch's gear.
I don't mind it.
She's got this really loud orange hair, which I
Yeah.
think is fucking cool. Like, nobody else has that hair, so it
Mhm.
sets her apart.
I like it.
But then she's wearing black and gray. And I just feel like she's got this orange hair. Maybe wear another color.
a
That's like,
contrast.
wow, you know what I mean?
It's contrast.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
It's just
that's
like
what contrast.
Loud
means.
color and then colorless.
That's contrast.
Contrast is like opposites. So her gear could be
loud
blue
color
because
color,
her hair is orange.
Color versus no color is not opposite.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying she's got 2 colors on her gear that are both dull.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got really loud hair. I'm saying I would like another loud color to contrast her loud hair.
I know, but I'm saying it's what she's doing is also a contrast.
I don't like it.
Okay, that's fine, but it is a contrast.
It's not the kind of one that I want.
That's fine. You can have that opinion.
How do you feel about her goggles? What the fuck is she wearing
I don't
goggles
know.
for? What's your favorite part about her goggles?
The way they fit on her head, I think it's cute.
Triple H and Miz are backstage. Triple H is on the phone with Paul Heyman, and it's so fucking terrible. He's like, Paul, I don't want Brock Lesnar. Paul, don't bring Brock Lesnar here tonight. Okay. Yeah, but no, Paul, listen. I don't want Paul. Brock is Paul. Like he was having a conversation to where he would pause for a half a second as if Paul Heyman was just like, well, we're not going to be there tonight. I just want to come up there so I can say something about Brock. But he wasn't giving him any time. It would just be like, make sure you're not here tonight. I don't care if you want to go to the freezer and make sure that there's no chicken legs in there that you can microwave for tomorrow's dinner because next Tuesday you want pizza. You know what I mean? He was giving him no. It was just really bad. Yeah.
So but then the Miz is like, the Big Show punched me. Fix it, Daddy.
And Triple H is like, I don't care.
He was ignoring.
And then he gets back on the phone and he's just like, yeah, come to my office right now. I thought it would have been great if the guy he called was the Big Show.
And just to knock him out again.
You see, like, you're Miz and I'm Triple H, and then from the other side of the screen, this hand just comes and knocks the Miz right out.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
And then Triple H just like, thanks. And then Big Show leaves. That would have been great. It also would have kept the Big Show versus Miz match from happening.
Instead, they came out, had like a 2-minute match.
Yeah,
the Big Show.
The one note I took was just squash. Like, there's nothing to even say about it.
Yeah, the Big Show jumped off the top rope and gave him an elbow. And then it was like, he said some shit that I didn't even listen to.
We got a Divas tag match.
Yeah, 2 Divas matches.
Paige and Becky versus Sasha and Naomi. Right off the bat, I want to put out there how good Alicia Fox looks in those black shorts and red shirt. You know what I'm saying? I'm about it. I just want to tell Alicia Fox she's looking good. If she ever wants to come over and watch Wally, you know what I'm saying? That'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? What'd you think?
First of all, there's, like I said, there's 2 Divas matches, which we never see. We never see 2 Divas matches in the same night, especially separated like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
They made a point to bring that up, too.
Yeah, they did. But showcasing, because they want to showcase all the new NXT girls. Technically, they're not NXT girls anymore, the WWE girls. But it was okay. Again, it wasn't a bad match. While
you lose yourself, I want to point out something that I got from my boy Steve here. I was at the Half Price Books the other day, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking through the comics, looking through the bundles, and I came across this complete set of Predator versus Judge Dredd. I got to mail it over to him now. This is issue 1. These are all in fantastic shape. Got issue 2 here, which has the best cover of all 3 issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got issue 3 there. You don't want to miss that one. I mean, that's a pretty good cover. Don't get it twisted. But I like the cover of number 2 better.
So there's only 3?
Yeah. It was a 3-part miniseries. Steve texted me because he knew that I got those. He texted me and he said, it was just his address. And it said, do with this what you will. Let me pull it up. Because he knew I had to send him over. Let me find it here. No, it's gone. Oh, you know what? I screenshotted it, so I do.
What, are you gonna give his email address out?
No, it was a funny back and forth. He sends me his address. Do with it what you will. I said, is that Eric Wareheim's address? He says, yeah. I said, I'm gonna send him a bottle of milk. He goes, you dummy, it's mine. I said, you live with Eric Wareheim? Oh, man. Steve says stop flexing.
Who's flexing? I was not flexing. I don't flex.
Are you sure?
I'm embarrassed.
Fernando the Legend Killer Pyres says, hey, guys, remember me? You guys believe that a SummerSlam, the Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar for Undertaker's career or next WrestleMania? I don't remember you, but I'm glad you're here with us. Because if you're showing up for Raw Talks Live, I want to say we're happy to have you. You have a cool name. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that he's here with us. Did they agree that this was a career match? They did insinuate that Brock had something to say, and they didn't let him get to it. No, when Triple H was on the phone with Paul, he was just like, if Brock wants to do that, we're not going to talk about that right now or something. But
no, they didn't say that. He's saying you said that. You guys believe that at SummerSlam, the Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar for Undertaker's career.
Okay.
You made a point like that last night. Or you had an idea like that would be a cool
idea. It could be if they wait till WrestleMania. Like in the meantime, I didn't think they were going to immediately do this match at SummerSlam. Maybe I did.
I think you did. I think you said they did.
I did have an idea. Steve says I was flexing, showing how much of a good friend he is. That's not flexing.
A little bit.
No. Steve brought you dog treats. He's a pretty good friend.
But he didn't go on the internet and say, hey, everyone.
There's a video of you eating the treats saying, these are good. I'm glad for my buddy Steve.
You put it up there. Not him.
He said film it. He said, I'm going to give these boys treats, film it.
No, you've got to film everything. He didn't ask to be filmed.
I don't film everything.
You're like, oh, I got to film everything. Film nothing happening. Just eat cookies and I'll film it. It'll be fantastic. Oh, and then I'll put it on the internet and show everyone what a great friend Steve is and what a great friend I am for having such a great friend. So that was you flexing again. Showing off your great friends to the rest of your friends.
Does that mean Steve is flexing too?
No,
because if both of us are flexing in the same room,
Steve is not flexing. You're the only flexer.
I'm not flexing.
Yeah, you're like, look what a good friend. I got comic books for my friend. No one else gets comics for
Fine, I'll throw them away. Go turn on the fan in the other room, and we're gonna put them into the fan like a shredder, and we're gonna have confetti of Predator Steve comics. No one gets nothing now.
When you advertise your charity, it devalues it.
It's not charity. It was me going, ooh, he'd be into this. You know what I mean? I think you need a lesson in kindness, because I think you think that if you do something nice for anyone, that they're going to think you're flexing, and that's why you're such a fucking asshole all the time.
You do not understand. I'm going to give you the same advice I gave Lydia. Listen to what I'm saying.
You told Lydia to listen to what I'm saying.
Well, now I'm telling you to listen to what I'm saying.
That's not the same. Steve's upset now that we're going to shred his comics, and he doesn't get comics anymore. And Steve, you only have the artist to blame.
I'm just explaining how you can be a better person. That's all.
I can be a better person by not doing nice things for my friends?
No, you did a great thing.
Yeah.
By buying those comics for Steve. But then you devalue it by showing everyone that you did that. See, I do nice things for my friends all the time, but nobody knows about it because I just do it, and then I'm just like, I feel good about myself.
See, now you made Steve feel guilty, and he wants everyone to buy me Superman, Batman, and him shit. See what you fucking done? Now I'm going to get a barrage of gifts because you're out here flexing. Unbelievable. This whole fucking show has become a mess of you trying to... You're the ultimate flexer. Saying, oh, Steve was flexing because he got you cookies, and now you're flexing because you got Steve comics. The whole time, no one's pointing a finger at you until now. I'm pointing the finger at you as the ultimate flexer. You're flexing so hard I can't even fit in the fucking frame anymore. You know what I'm saying? This was Raw Talks Live. Now it's Flex Talks evening show +1.
You don't even know the definition.
I thought Paige and Becky worked pretty well together.
They did.
Sasha and Naomi, like, Naomi's all right. I don't think she's terrible, but when Naomi comes on the screen, I never have the feeling of, oh, this is going to be a good match.
No.
To where when Sasha comes out, I'm like, fuck, this is going to be a good match. When Paige comes out, I'm just like, she's so pretty, this is going to be a good match. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Becky, I'm still getting used to. I'm still warming up with her. I think she's pretty good. I'd rather watch her than Naomi. Yes. But I would like to reiterate how good Alicia Fox looked tonight. She was looking like $1,002,000. Usually, I say someone looks like $1 million. She was looking a little better than that.
I like what Becky looks like, though.
Yeah. You like her gear?
Mm-hmm. Well, just her face and hair.
Yeah.
I like the package she's in. She's a good looker.
If you spent
I don't mind
an evening,
gear, I don't mind her gear though.
If you spent an evening with Becky Lynch, what do you think you guys would do?
Oh man,
knowing you'd probably go on a flex fest and show her all the different ways you can flex.
I told you I'm embarrassed to flex. I don't do that.
No one heard you.
Too bad.
Too bad. Steve says, keep it rolling. I don't know what he wants to keep rolling. But he says, where is everyone? And Jazz James says, I'm here, ass. Jazz James is saying your quote's more than you. I said to you earlier today.
I still say that.
You haven't said that in like a year.
I didn't even start that a year ago.
Then you never said it ever?
I'd probably take Becky Lynch out for ice cream.
Yeah. I feel like that's your go-to with a new diva. No. You take her out for ice cream.
I never take her out to ice cream. I take him to the park and I push him on swings. I take him to
and we talked about how weird that is, that you like to treat them like children.
No, it's not children. It's a cute thing.
I don't think
they'll push me. We'll take turns pushing each other.
That's fucking weird. You want to walk past the park and see two grown-ass adults pushing each other on swings? Because the way I'm seeing it in my head, there's no emotion in it. You're just like,
well, that's why you think it's weird.
But that's what you do.
No, it's not.
The one time I saw you push someone on swings, you were emotionless and you were picking your nose.
Well, that's
You were
because
like-
I was pushing someone I didn't like, I guess.
I think
I was obligated. If I was pushing Becky Lynch down a swing, I'd be like, yeah.
you're gonna push her down a swing, like
On!
Oh.
On! And then when she was pushing me, I'd be like, oh.
I thought they had a pretty good tag match together.
Yeah, it was good.
Paige tapping out to Sasha is fucking cool. I really like that. And Sasha,
Yeah.
it wasn't dirty at all, as far as I can recall.
No.
Paige went for the PTO, I think. Sasha came in, kicked her in the fucking head, and then she puts Sasha in her move, and Paige taps out pretty quickly, which made me happy. I like when you tap out quick to a submission hold, because you should tap out quick. If that shit hurts that bad, you want to quit.
Yes.
Steve says he's missing a tooth. What the fuck does that mean?
He missing a tooth.
Toothless aggression. That's Chris Benoit. Don't call Steve Chris Benoit. He's not a murderer. Didn't kill no dogs or family.
Both divas tapped out quickly.
Mm-hmm. Which is
Paige
good.
and
They were
Brie
probably told to. Like,
tapped
make
out
these moves
quickly.
look strong. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think they did. This has been an episode of WWE Raw Talks Live. This Wednesday, we've got Captain McKay on the podcast for the third time, and it's the best episode we've ever recorded with him, hands down.
Without
I'm a big fan of this episode. And in honor of Freelance Wrestling making their debut on WWE Raw Talks Live, our closer tonight is going to be Matt Nix's dogs fighting over a tire. Follow the artist on Twitter at theartist616. Follow me on Twitter at IDS616. We do shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Look them up. Subscribe, like. Say that for me.
Like, share, subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Share it all over. Anywhere you can think of. Just do it. And watch everything.
Chris Castro's calling me. What do you think that boy has to say?
Can only be one thing.
I think he's going to talk about Monopoly. What's up? You're on Raw Talks Live.
Wrestling.com. Also, I agree that you should tap out this fish hole right away.
Are you going to hang up on us, or you want to hang out?
I can hang out.
What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling.
We just finished talking about wrestling. Did you see me telling the artist to quit flexing because he flexes all the time?
I'm the least flexor in the world.
Who's flexing?
The artist flexes. That's all he does.
That's not true.
I'll flex any day of the fucking week.
I'm not.
Ooh, you got heat with Chris Castro now.
You're like a girlfriend who like picks fights for you and just like picks fights with the biggest guy in the club, and then it's like, get him.
I think you found
Now
your-
I'm in trouble because it's like,
What's that?
I'll also fart louder.
He farts louder.
well, that's I can't deny that.
You got yourself in a lot of trouble now. I hope you can get through this Castro fight healthy enough to take Coulter on next year.
I'm not fighting Castro.
Yeah, if don't be called a fight, it's gonna be called a murder.
Ooh, you're gonna be a dead boy.
I'm gonna bring weapons.
And I'm gonna bring my dick.
He's gonna
Oh.
bring his thing.
That's not a weapon.
Castro, we're wrapping up the show. Let's hang out soon.
For sure, dude.
I love you, Dan.
Love you too.
Good.
Oh, one more thing. FreelanceWrestling.com.
Perfect.
You got it.
What a great drop in from that Dan. You know what I'm saying?
Show those dogs.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Here's the dogs. We got brown gloves, now we got brown dogs.
There were a lot more people there earlier. Now